Okay, David, thank you very much for bringing us up to date. Thank you indeed. Now, almost 20 months ago, the eyes of the world were in Glasgow for the COP26 Climate Summit. What was achieved? Well, world business leaders say they're trying to build a legacy from the Glasgow meeting. I'm joined by Alison McRae, the Senior Director of Glasgow Chamber of Commerce. Alison, welcome to the programme. Thank you very much for joining us today. What exactly are you planning to do? How can you build on the so-called legacy of Glasgow? Some people have questioned what kind of legacy was actually left by COP26.
Well, great to see you, and thanks very much for having me on the show today, Andrew. Well, I've just come down from the Engine Works actually in Glasgow, where we are hosting 300 delegates who are in the room and our first Congress of Business. And what we're there to do is actually look at how do we create more business action and motivate more business action with our network. So we're part of British Chambers of Commerce, and we have networks all around the world with 75 countries, including 53 chambers across the UK. And they have access to businesses of all shapes and all sizes. And really what we're saying is we know people who are doing good things already in the sort of race to net zero. Sharing that and peer-to-peer learning and collaborative working is the best way to inspire people to take action. So from COP26, when we had the biggest level of business engagement at any COP at all before, we felt that it was the right thing to do to rise to the occasion and say, let's build on that momentum from Glasgow and create this movement, which starts with Congress of Business today.
So you're really trying to build on what was happening in Glasgow. What does that mean in real practical terms, for example, in the developing world?
Well, in the developing world, I'm probably not best placed to comment on that particular point, but what we can do in our own world is actually look at what businesses and each individual business can do to take responsible action. And I think sometimes taking it down to a very granular level is very important, because it's targets. Everybody's got targets. As a city, we've got targets of 2030 carbon neutral, 2045 for becoming a circular city, and the governments have all got targets, and these are huge, big numbers and sometimes very difficult for people to break down. So what we're saying is everybody's got a role to play, and actually if everybody works out what that action is within their own world and their own supply chain base, it's that scale change that will help to make all the difference, because business and cities are the two key constants in this journey.
So to reach these net zero targets, there are maybe costs. How can business deal with these costs? And do business want to try to reach these targets if there are costs associated with that?
Well, in the current climate, as you well know at the moment, there are many costs, and our members are having lots of issues with the varying different regulations coming in, and also different costs of living and costs of purchasing. But I will say that businesses and the appetite is there to actually do good, because they understand that taking this action towards net zero allows them to save money, which is a really important point, whilst doing the right thing, and actually make money and actually have opportunities to develop new collaborative opportunities for them to grow and expand, but in a better way that's good for sustainable economic growth.
And you alluded to it there, I suppose. It's the cost to people. We've just been talking in the programme about the costs of living, inflation going up. How can people who maybe purchase things from these businesses, how can they help absorb that cost too? How can, in a way, you sell these ideas to the clients and customers of your businesses?
Well, I think, again, it's trying to make it sort of something that somebody can relate to. So if we take, for an example, during COP26, the Chamber ran a programme, a campaign called Plate Up for Glasgow, which was supported by Zero Waste Scotland. And the team basically worked with over 40 hospitality businesses, actually supported by Giovanna Eusebi from Eusebi's, and led with all her corporate hospitality contacts in the industry. And they basically looked at food waste as a specific agenda item and said, what can restaurants and hospitality businesses do different with waste streams? How do they repurpose that, put that on a menu as a higher value offer? How do you educate what's going on behind the scenes in the kitchens? How are the front of house staff telling a different story, and how are you influencing consumer behaviour through that? So I think, again, it's got to be broken down into ways that actually mean something to individuals.
Well, Alison McRae, a very practical example to end with there from the Glasgow Chamber of Commerce. Thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you, Andrew.
And that's all we have time for today.